Hello everyone, welcome to LennyLamb Live. It has been a while since I was here last time, but I'm really happy because of this, because today we will talk about a really special topic about baby wearing consultants. I'm Kasia, just to remind you, and I work for LennyLamb for 5 years already. Today with me on offstage there is Michał, who will answer all your comments or pass on all your questions to us. And the most important thing is that today we also have really special guest. It's Marta.
Hello.
She's baby wearing consultant, and I think that the rest of information she will tell herself.
Hi everybody, my name is Marta Sitnik. I'm a baby wearing instructor for almost 2 years now. I'm a mother of 2 girls. One is almost 4 years, and that's how it all started actually, my baby wearing adventure. And my second daughter is 1 year and 2 months old. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because as we mentioned, Marta is baby wear consultant with quite a lot of experience already. So if you could tell us a little bit more, Marta, about how you started, yes? In what moment of your life you decided, okay, I will become baby wear consultant, and why did you decide to do so?
As I said, the whole journey started with my first daughter, because she was a very so to say difficult child. We call it a high need baby, and she needed a lot of closeness and cuddling, and she wanted to be very close to me all the time. And that's how I discovered baby wearing and all the slings and wrap world. I thought about becoming a baby wearing instructor for a while when she was around 1 year old, but then I thought, there's no point actually. The course is expensive. I won't be working as a baby wearing consultant. No way. There's no future in this. And to do this only for hobby because it's my passion. Well, that's again too expensive. There's no point. So I went back to work, to my normal regular job. Then I had a second baby, and then the topic returned, and it was like, hey, seriously, I want to do it. I want to do it, even if it's just for passion, even if it's just a hobby. I want to do it. I want to try it. And I did the course, and when I did the course and when I started teaching, actually, it all evolved, and right now it is my job actually. So it changed my life completely.
Yeah. And is it difficult to become consultant? You need a kind of course, yes?
Yes. There are a few baby wearing schools in Poland, and there are some differences in teaching, in methods. There are some differences in courses and how to become this baby wearing consultant. I chose Klauvi. So I finished their course to become a baby wearing consultant.
And how long did it last?
It lasts 3 whole days. There's a lot of theoretical classes, and of course a lot of practicing and practicing the wrapping, the carries, getting familiar with different kinds of wraps, slings, ring slings, different kind of baby carriers. So a lot of knowledge.
And did you have a kind of exam at the end of the course, or is just you completed the classes and you have certificate afterwards?
There is some kind of a test at the end, but well, the whole course is important. It's not like the test is the only way to pass it, that you have to pass the test in order to get the certificate, but the whole course, you have to accomplish the whole course.
Was there a reason that you chose this exactly baby wearing school? It is Klauvi, yes?
Yes.
Or it was just like you chose it because it was, I don't know, the closest one or whatever?
I heard a lot about Klauvi and many baby instructors, because when I started baby wearing, I entered this whole community. I got to know different other baby consultants, and they were mostly after this course, and they told me that they were satisfied with the course, with the knowledge passed there, and the whole methodology. So I heard a lot of good about the school,
okay.
and that's why I decided to choose it.
Because how it is in Poland, as you mentioned already, we have 3 baby-wear consultant schools. One of this is Klovi, but we have also Academy of Baby-wearing and also Trageschule. So you have really good choice. Depending on your preferences, you can choose what you like, what is most convenient for you. And regarding becoming consultant, do you think that you need to be a kind of person, you need to have a special features in personality to become one, or you think that it's profession for almost everyone?
Definitely not for everyone, because you have to be, well, you work with children, so you somehow have to like children, because you work with children, little babies all the time. And they may cry, they may be fussy, so it is, from technical point of view, it's difficult sometimes, because a baby may be crying for the whole lesson for 2 or 3 hours, so, and you have to focus, and still you have to give the best of you and teach the parents as much as you can, so sometimes the environment may be difficult, so you somehow have to be prepared for that, and you have to be a very open person. You have to like people, because you'll be meeting with them all the time. You'll be talking to them a lot. You'll be touching them in order to show them where's the rub going, to correct the carry. So there's a lot of contact. So
and you need a lot of patience.
Yes, yes, and empathy, because sometimes we happen to meet with parents who are with many difficult feelings, because that's the very beginning of their adventure. Mothers may have some changes of hormones and some baby blues, so you really have to be empathy. You have to have some empathy and be very open and listen to them.
Okay, and from your experience, most often, of course, when do parents call for baby-wearing consultants? It's just after the newborn appeared, or even before, or when the baby is older? How does it look like?
If you asked me this question a few months ago, I would say that parents usually meet with me around when the baby is around 5 or 6 weeks old. But right now I see that they are calling much earlier. So I would say that right now I have 2 groups, because I meet mostly with children around 2-3 weeks old and around 3 months old.
And what with pregnant women?
I do meet a lot of pregnant women, because I have lessons and meetings in birth schools, and I also attend to many events for pregnant women. They are organized by some schools, or there are some workshops. So I do meet a lot of them, and actually that's something new for me, because when I was pregnant with my first child, I didn't know about baby wearing at all. Not that I was an expert. I didn't know that it exists actually. My first baby somehow taught me and pushed me to this topic, and right now I'm meeting pregnant women, and they are already interested in baby wearing. They want to know, they want to learn already. I always tell them to wait a little bit, because you have to learn to safely and properly wear your baby. So wait a second until the baby is born.
And my question is, because you already mentioned that you have also a kind of workshops, not only individual meeting. How your consultant days look like?
I mostly have individual lessons, and that's what I actually prefer, because I can focus on one family, one child, 100%, and that's what I prefer. But some people like workshops, would like to, or for example, they have friends with children in a very similar age, and they would like to have a lesson together. So it's not a problem. But I always, when it comes to workshops, it's always a very, very small group, maximum three children, because still I want to be for them. I want to correct and advise everybody, not to have the whole group of like 15 people. I heard of some workshops, of baby wearing workshops for 10 people. For me, it's impossible to make it good.
Sounds like much too many, yeah?
It's a show, and you can watch the show on YouTube, but it's not a lesson, it's not a tutorial, it's not real help.
And do you cooperate with some, I don't know, external organizations, associations? They invite you for some meetings as well?
Yes, I work with some foundations in Warsaw. They organize either some open free workshops for pregnant women, and not only about baby wearing. There are different topics. Baby wearing is just one slot there. There are some events in shopping centers, shopping malls, also free. For example, this weekend there will be one in one of the shopping malls where you can have a free ultrasound test. You can talk to the midwife, you can talk to me, to the baby wearing consultant, you can talk to some doctors. This sort of events for pregnant women to prepare them for the birth and maternity.
Because I think that it's also because you live and work in capital city in Warsaw. Yes, we did not mention it before, but Warsaw is quite a big city, and that's why there are much more events for pregnant women, for young mothers, and so on. Yeah. And how busy are you? How many consultants, more or less, you have meetings and so on? Is it a full-time job?
Right now, yes. Right now, yes. And I'm very happy to say that. I didn't think it would work that way, and I'm very happy that it's actually working. So yes, I'm pretty busy. I meet with young parents once or twice a day, even. That depends. But on the other hand, that's my time, that's my company, it's my business, so I can arrange those meetings. For example, one day I have 2 meetings, the other day I'm free.
So you can be quite flexible, yeah?
Yes.
Great. And what about questions from parents? Is there any very difficult question that was answered during consultancy and you had to think really deeply what to answer?
Well, sometimes when we have a baby with some problems, with some health problems, then I have to consult some either friends, other consultants, or the doctor or physiotherapist, or I tell the parents to consult somebody else because that's beyond my experience and knowledge. But usually parents ask if the baby won't fall out.
Okay, so that's the most often question, yeah?
Yes.
And what do you answer?
If you tighten the wrap properly, no.
Okay, and do you have any most funny? Yes, that's the key, yeah? And do you have any most funny, most interesting story from your consultant's life, like from meetings with the parents? Anything with what made you laugh or something like this?
That's a difficult question because each and every meeting is special because I meet new people and they are, everybody has their own some things. So sometimes it is funny. But I remember one father. He was so not interested. It was quite opposite. He was just sitting there, just in case he's needed. We need some help. And actually, I left. And when I left their house, he was with the baby in a wrap. He was so not interested. He was so, no, I will not do that. I actually asked him to try, just one time. Maybe you like it, maybe not. But just, would you like to try? And it turned out that he was great. That he was just sitting there. He looked like he didn't pay attention to what I was saying and showing, but actually he definitely was paying attention because he just took the wrapped the baby. It was one of the most perfect carries I've ever seen, and it was his first time. And he stayed with the baby. And he was very touched. And actually I saw tears in his eyes, and I was very touched as well, because he was so, no, I will not do that. And then I left him, and I know that he's wearing his son.
So it was enough to believe in yourself, more or less.
It was great.
And
it was a great moment.
Itself. Okay, and what about parents? Because we have meetings with some consultants, and they always say about the parents for whom it's impossible to learn how to use the wrap. Did you have such cases, and what in such situations?
I usually hear that before, because we always gather some sort of interview about the preferences of the parents, why they need baby wearing, what for, about some health issues possible with the baby or with the parents, and sometimes parents tell me that actually I'm so weak with practical stuff. I won't be good at this. Actually, I don't think I can manage. No, maybe a baby carrier, it would be better. And then actually they don't have a problem. Maybe once I had a parent, a mom, who was really weak with the technical side of wrapping, but there are always some ways, because if it really doesn't work with the regular wrap, we can try with the ring sling, which is actually easier to wear. We can try with the baby carrier. We can choose the best way, because if the parents really need this for some reason, not only because it's nice and comfortable, but maybe they need it because they have older children, they have, for example, dogs they have to walk, they have to travel a lot, and they actually have to wear their child. So it's better to choose a way, and a safer and a proper for them.
Okay, so generally you have one.
I guess so, yes.
Wow, it's a really good result, I would say.
Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I'm lucky.
Okay, and coming back to beginning parents, because in most cases you meet beginning parents who just, in most cases it's also the first baby. They start life with the newborn. They start baby wearing, and on such consultancy, as I believe, you are talking about the wraps. You are teaching them how to use the wrap. And what about wrap itself? Is there any specific things the wrap should have if you recommend it for beginning parent? What's the most important in such a wrap?
You know, people usually ask me before our lesson, what wrap shall I buy? And I always tell them, wait. Because there is no universal solution for everybody. Of course, there are some features that you may buy the wrap or the sling and you will be satisfied. But it is better to wait for the lesson, because I will help them to find the wrap proper for them, for their sizes, their body shapes, the size of the baby, the weight of the baby. So there are many features that actually we can take into account and to advise them better. But of course there are some universal solutions. But that also depends. If the baby is small and not too heavy, I wouldn't go for a thick wrap, because it will be difficult for parents, especially the beginning parents that are starting with wrapping. It will be difficult for them to tighten the wrap properly. So I would choose a thinner wrap. Also, when it comes to the size, the length of the wrap, it's better to consult the consultant. It's better to consult the consultant, because from my experience, when people buy wraps before the lesson, or they get as a present, as a gift when they're pregnant, they usually have too thin and too long wraps.
Okay.
That's why I started telling everybody, wait. I will come to you.
So
we'll talk. You can. I always come with different wraps, different sizes, different thickness, so they can try them on. They can touch them. They can feel the difference. They can try them on. We can adjust the size of the wrap, so it's easier for them to choose their own wrap.
And is it something they choose most often?
What do you mean?
I mean that most often for beginning parents, for example, they always choose the thinnest wraps or something like this, or it completely doesn't matter?
Before they consult me, they usually have
the
thinnest.
After when you just bring it, they touch everything, they try everything. What's their choice then? Is there something
thicker?
Okay. Okay. And what about the blend? Is it important or not really?
For the beginners, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. Blends are different blends are for parents who already know what they're looking for. But for the first wrap, it's not that important. 100% cotton will be just fine. And there are also many parents who buy their first wrap, and that's the only wrap for their whole baby wearing.
Yeah, and,
So,
they
are satisfied, and they're fine.
Who baby wear for quite a short time, yes. So they also have different needs anyway. Okay, before our live, I was talking with Marta, and she told me a really interesting thing, because in most cases when I talk to people, they see, okay, baby wearing season is something like spring and summer mostly, and Marta told me something completely opposite, and she told me that she thinks that autumn-winter season, which starts just now, is
although we don't see it in Poland.
Although yes, we have really beautiful weather. It's really good season for baby wearing. So if you could explain a little bit more about it, why is it so?
Yes, actually people are more interested in baby wearing during hot months of the year, because they combine baby wearing like with holidays, nice weather, we'll go for a walk, we'll have the picnic, it will be nice and sunny and warm and beautiful. And when it comes to autumn and winter, and they just, I don't know how to do that. Actually, it's winter, how to dress the baby to the wrap, how to wear the wrap. No, I don't think so. It's not a good idea. I think quite the opposite, seriously. When it comes to autumn and winter, it's a very, very comfortable solution to wear your baby in a wrap, because you don't really have to dress the baby properly for the weather, because you just take the baby the way the baby is dressed at home, you put the baby in the wrap, and then you put a coat or some jacket or some special clothes, something that will fit you both, on both of you, and you just leave the house. You don't have to think of any special clothes and jackets, jumpsuits, and all those sleeves, and babies just love the sleeves. So you don't have to force your baby to wear all those different kinds of wardrobe. You just put your baby to the wrap, take a jacket, and leave the house, and it's really, really comfortable.
I think that this information can be really useful for many parents during this season, because as I mentioned before, it's quite opposite opinion. Yes, that in autumn and winter it's difficult to baby wear. Anyway, and what you describe, it seems
I think
like
it's easier than to have a baby in a stroller in all those layers.
Yeah. Okay, so now just for the end of the on this live, we would like to mention about one more thing, because LennyLamb as a company support consultants in different way, and one of this is a professional line, so line of really good price products which can be bought by consultants and can be used during their work. Do you use any of the products for professional life?
Yes. I use quite a lot of your products.
So this
it's not me being nice, I just like them.
Yes, but just to inform you or to remind our consultants who already know it, we have professional line which consists of carriers, all types of carriers which we have in our offer, of wraps, ring slings, and we also added stretchy wraps, because there is something for which consultant asked us, so we decided to do it. To be able to use this offer, it's enough to write to us, to contact.lennylamb.com, to send us a valid certificate of consultants, and you will get all details regarding offer, regarding how to place the order, regarding what limits we have, because there is one limit because of this of the whole program. We have a lot of consultants who joined already. We had to make some limitation regarding quantity which you can order. It's 8 pieces per year, but I think that for consultants who works it's more or less enough. Yeah. So if you are interested, if you would like to know more about the offer, please contact us and you will get all information about it. Okay, I would like also to remind about our let's say competition, because yesterday we announced that and we encouraged you to tag the consultant who in your opinion is I don't know, the best one, is the one who helped you a lot during consultancy. So you have still time to do so till tomorrow, and tomorrow we will announce the winner. And just a thing I would like to say you that Marta, who is with us today, she's the winner of Polish edition of this competition. So she just won the close-knit package because of the people who voted for her and people who tagged her and mentioned about how good job she's doing. So congratulations, Marta.
Thank you, and I would like to thank you for all, not for the tags, not for the comments, but for you coming to me with your questions, asking me for help, and thank you for the ability to help you, to be there with you with those really important moments in your life, and that's the best award for me, seriously.
Yes,
so thank you.
We would like to thank Marta for being with us today. It was quite a while to come here from Warsaw, but really thank you for this,
pleasure.
For sharing all information about your job, about yourself, and thanks all of you for your attention, and we see you at next live. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.